Hello everyone, Ben Runo here and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is the new PlayStation Vita. I actually just picked this up a few weeks ago and I've had quite a bit of time to use it, and now that I've used the old PlayStation Vita for an extended period of time and now I've used the new one, I really just want to give you guys some of my impressions on what the differences are between the two devices. A lot of people know about this device. When it came out, it got quite a stir because it's thinner, it's lighter. The major change, though, is the change from AMOLED to an IPS LCD panel, and there's been a lot of hullabaloo about that, and I'll touch on that later, but just right now I want to cover the rest of the things regarding this device. So I used the original PlayStation Vita, and I thought it was an absolutely great device. I still think it's a great device. If you have a chance to pick one up, I definitely recommend it. Now, with the original PlayStation Vita, some of the things I noted about it is the build quality was really good, and the screen was really high quality, and the battery life was more than enough to last me throughout the whole day. I'd never really reach the end of the day and be like, it keeps dying on me. So battery life was good on the original PlayStation Vita, and everything else was good. But even though I had no objections to the original, they still managed to really improve the device. So what they do for this one, well, they made it thinner and they made it lighter. Now the lighter isn't so much so, the thinner and lighter isn't so much so that you'd really notice it unless you had the two devices side by side, but it still is a nice addition for those just looking to get into the PlayStation Vita right now. So it's a nice addition, and then also the buttons, while they weren't bad on the last Vita, as I said, they're a lot more tactile on this one. You get such a good sense of feeling when you're pressing them down, and it's just a really good experience. And they've also changed the select, start, and PlayStation buttons to also be much more tactile and easy to press. So all good additions on that front. Also, they changed it so that it was micro USB charging instead of a proprietary charger, which I think everybody's happier for that. Unfortunately, they stuck with the proprietary memory cards, but we'll let that one slide. And let's see what else they did here. That was about it. So, and lastly, the screen, the thing that everybody wants to know about. So, this one's using an IPS LCD versus the original's AMOLED display. And I have to say that the difference, while there is somewhat of a difference, it's really negligible. And I really think that this new device is just a brilliant display. The iPhone 6 uses a IPS LCD display, and a whole bunch of other phones use IPS LCD displays, and you get that same brilliance here with this device, and I've really been impressed by it. All games look great on it. I mean, there might be some times where the blacks aren't as deep, but I'd say if you're holding back because of the screen, don't. This one is such a more solid package, because lastly on this list, there's the battery life. This device will last around 8 hours on a charge, sometimes more, putting in Game Boy territory of battery life. I can't get my 3DS to last nearly this long, at least the regular original clamshell 3DS that I have. So the battery life is really good, and it'll last 2 solid days of use, and if you're not using it a lot, it'll last forever, it seems. I mean, I haven't charged it in a week, and I've still got full battery discharging, so really good on that front. And then, what else is there to say about this device? Just talking about the PlayStation Vita in general, a lot of people haven't picked one up yet because they don't really see the point, but I really would say that there's a lot of reasons to pick up a PlayStation Vita. And no, not remote play. Remote play is probably the least of the reasons to pick up the PlayStation Vita. The real reasons are, it's a great solid piece of hardware. It has a beautiful display. It's got applications like Facebook and YouTube and Netflix, so you're able to use it as sort of a mini tablet, and it's a really good use case. And it's got good speakers, and there's so many good games. I mean, I'm playing Tearaway right now. Next on the list I got Gravity Rush, there's FF10 HD, there's the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, a lot of things to keep you busy. I mean, if you pick up a PlayStation Vita, you'll be able to find enough games to make you more than satisfied until something else comes out that makes you really happy that you have a PlayStation Vita. And not to mention, it's just beautiful to look at. It's fun to hold. it's just fun to play with. I mean, if you get a PlayStation Vita, you're going to be satisfied. Download some PS1 classics, download some PSP classics, get some of the great PlayStation Vita games that are out there, and you're going to really be surprised by what you find. This is probably the most underrated video gaming product out right now, and I'd say one of the most underrated tech products, period. Well, those are my thoughts on the new Slim PlayStation Vita. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day.